and so on. So my vision of love is completely a positive one. And to say that it is a labor, it's also true for artistic creation and finally for anything which is really interesting in life. It's not labor in the sense of hard work for nothing or for money. It's labor in terms of creation and with obstacles and so on. And it's not the pure continuation, an eternal continuation of pleasure. And you know, and love is so serious, so important that it's also violent. It can be a violent procedure.
It's also hard work. You can watch any porno tape and you see.
Absolutely.
It's not easy. Diana.
Yes, you arrived alone.
We hear back on the left side.
No, that you arrived alone about the love and violence, because I was thinking about your choosing arena instead of space or whatever as a word for the space for the two. Arena is a place of struggle or maybe diversion, you know. Arena.
You've chosen the term arena, yes, which suggests historically a space of struggle or some sort of agonistic relationship.
I think arena, because arena is something which indicates that the construction of love is first from the point of view of the two, and is also exposition, new exposition of something. It's much more like a theater, much more than a theater but there is also violence, so it's also an arena in the Roman sense. There is also peace and so on. and sometimes it's something with violence, with fight and so on. But the most important idea is that love is always a common exposition to some fragments of the world, to an other manner to see them. And so it's something like the theater of the world from a new spectacle, but with only two persons in the audience.
This I can understand, the spectacle. Okay. Yes, please. Robert.
I'm wondering about the diastolic and the systolic, and two questions. One, would you meditate for us on brokenhearted? And two, I'm wondering what that would look like, if not possibly a heart attack. And what are the political implications of watching something fail, something not work? And how does that fit within love as you've been describing today?
Est-ce que tu peux parler aussi des cœurs brisés?
Oui, oui, ça j'ai compris.
De l'attaque cardiaque, probablement, et donc de l'échec possible aussi.
Yes, it's the theory of the failure of love. And the theory of the failure of love, in my conviction, is always when one of the two great movements is paralyzed by something. And when, for example, there is no finding of common rules for the expansions, there is the discovery that, for example, the common sexual pleasure is not the same thing than to create the arena of the two. And so there exists more and more discussion and more heavy and discussions and more difficulties concerning the expansion. And finally, there is a failure when all that creates the condition of the end of the process. And there is also the reverse, that is the possibility of common rules for common life, creation, and so on, but progressively something in the intimate, which is non-regulated, which is the pure effect of non-connection. The non-connection as such, not only misunderstanding concerning the desire, but something which affects the desire itself, and finally, something like a rupture at the level of you itself, of the term you itself. And so, in any case, all that creates the possibility of a failure, like in all human construction. But I insist on the fact that we can discern the cause of the failure, sometimes in the expansion and sometimes in contraction. And I am absolutely opposed to the classical vision, the pessimistic vision, that love is very marvelous at the beginning and more sad and more grasped by the repetition. It's not at all the case. The concrete history of all love are not at all the history of decadence. It's something much more complex.
I had a question. I'm going to ask it 3 ways. But they're quick. Is there a poetic surface? And can it be understood as a mathematical surface, first version? Or is the ontology of poetry mathematical? Or is mathematics the imaginary of poetics?
Don't you need to connect it to the love?
Now,
Elles sont pas
I know.
Maybe if she interprets it to it,
No, I
want to
think
rephrase it so that it fits to the talk.
dans les questions qu'il posait portaient sur le rapport entre mathématiques et ontologie et
Oui, j'ai
poésie,
compris, mais
etc.
j'ai pas compris la relation avec...
Moi non plus.
I refuse categorically to say anything which does not concern love.
Okay, let's go to this side. Because, yes. No, it's you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you make some comments then, if not love, then marriage? Particularly, I was thinking of the Georges Bataille's definition of the institute of marriage between a man and a woman as the exorcism of homosexuality. Can you comment upon that?
Oh, yes. You know, the question of relationship between love and marriage is a very interesting and profound question, and we cannot have much more interesting disposition than Kierkegaard. Kierkegaard is really the great thinker of relationship between love and marriage. Between love first and the necessity of marriage, and second, between love and the impossibility of marriage. So Kierkegaard explained why marriage is so serious that it's finally impossible. But for him.
Was never married so far.
Absolutely. But we know all the details concerning this non-marriage.